Sure.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Good, and you?
Good, good.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
No problem.
Can I have your name, please?
Henry Arnaud, Henri Arnaud.
Henri.
And
Wait.
we need on 2 HD tapes, please. Card. Got my question here.
Can you USB?
Matt, bonjour.
Bonjour.
Let's start with Switzerland. I bother you with that twice already. What did you take away from it? It was a long time ago, but you're probably one of the few, you know, big guy from Hollywood who almost lived there for a few weeks.
I loved it there. I've done you know, a couple things there. The jobs unfortunately were too brief. I'd like to get a longer job there.
But did you take a souvenir, something from there, or just the experience?
No, the experience. I didn't have any time for shopping really. My wife maybe got some souvenirs.
We asked the people who are watching us to send questions on the website for you. So
okay.
Here you go. How do you deal with the family and the shooting of the movies? Because you seem to be shooting a lot.
Yeah, well, it's a family discussion every time a job comes along, and it changes. It's kind of we're dealing with each one as they come. For instance, with True Grit, I asked the Coen brothers if they could, because my role was a supporting role, if they could schedule it so that I would work for a few days and then be off, and then work for a few days and then be off. And I basically commuted from New York, where I live, to Texas and New Mexico, where we shot. And I'd work for 2 days, and then I'd come home for 4 days, and then I'd go back and work for 2 days. And so it made it work that time without disturbing the children's school schedule and their lives here in New York. But now I'm doing a film in LA, which is a full 3-month job, and I work every day. And so we all moved together to California for a few months.
So are you saying you're spending the weekend as a single man in your own place in New York with all the craziness around you?
I'm spending the weekend as a single man in our apartment, which now feels completely empty because normally there are 5 other women there.
Must be weird.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about a collaboration, something you're about to start? Maybe the Liberace project, is that going to go on or not?
That's going to go next year. We've got the funding squared away for next June 2012, and I'm really excited about that.
Are we going to see Matt Damon kissing a guy?
You're probably going to see me kissing not just any guy, I'm kissing the great Michael Douglas. So.
How could you explain the passions you could have in your life outside of the movie business? Maybe one of them.
Well, I mean, what I spend all my time with outside of making movies is I'm either with my family or, you know, I work with water.org, and that's a big part of my life, and I want it to be a big part of my children's lives. The water issue is just enormous, and so many children are dying needlessly all over the world, and so I feel like I can help there, and that makes me very excited.
I know it's something you spoke about before, but you know, Good Will Hunting was a great movie. Question from the people again: would you ever write a script again or do something by yourself? Always Ben.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that's kept Ben and I from writing, well, the 2 things are schedule and. Because we're both very busy, but also the fact that he's in LA and I'm in New York, and we've got small children, and it's very hard to find time. And in fact, I got this job in LA, and I got out to California, and I went to see Ben immediately. I said, "It's great, now we're in the same city." And he said, "But I leave in 2 days because my wife's doing a movie in Georgia." So he flew back across the country, he's taking care of the kids, and now I'm in his town and he's not there. So that's been our life for the last decade, and these are good problems to have. It means that we're all working, and you know. But I would love to work again with him. He's so talented. And
last question from viewers because of Valentine's Day. What's the craziest place you made love?
Well, that's a little personal. My God, this is.
Well, if it's your wife, it's fine. If it's someone else, you're in trouble.
Oh my God, I might have to pass on that one. I'm trying to.
Give me the most romantic. Give me something like that.
Let's see. The most romantic Valentine's Day I can remember. I'd have to say, it was in Berlin years ago. But it was one of the first Valentine's Days I had with my wife, and we went to our favorite restaurant in Berlin and had a very lovely night.
Good.
And a very lovely after dinner night.
Let's change the card.